Hiya guys, it's Spectre here. Welcome back to some Total Warhammer 3. Continue my Nakari 100 turn head start campaign. We've got a 20 stack workable-ish. We're just going to replace these for Chaos Knights. And basically this army is ready to go. I was going to try Chaos Spawn, but the Chaos Spawn just die too fast. They're just not durable. I need some durable units. See, if I were playing like Azazel, for example, Azazel could take a mix of this at the start. But then he can mix in things like giants, armoured chaos trolls. Because armoured chaos trolls are also armour piercing, where your spawn actually aren't. They just have a lot of weapon strength. And although chaos trolls are a bit cowardly, they're far more durable than chaos spawn because they're armoured and they regenerate. Two things they don't have. And then obviously I'd mix and match this here because one thing Warriors of Chaos are great at is buffing aspiring champions. So I'd probably have so many of these, and then rather than having Chaos Warriors, I'd just have aspiring champions. Yeah, and I think last time didn't we take over Eltharion? I believe we did. I think Eltharion's my bitch. He is. He is indeed.
Prince Eltharion.
So we'll see what damage he can cause while he's over there. See if he can conquer the others while their armies are abroad. Because they might not be able to stop him. And then I believe Mr. Costaltin isn't far away, although he's now gone to -3 though. Let's see what we can do about it. I've got a full 20 stack Disciple army there as well. So they're good for defending.
The Tempter Lord. Enter my palace of...
What you want, buddy? Military alliance? Not really. I'm stronger than you. Oh, I should have probably watched their turn. Hang about, who confederated who? Did he just confederate Catherine? Hang about. So he confederated Catherine. And it's now going up at 14 a turn. Oh, awesome. So if I can confederate them, they're my biggest northern threat. It means I can't take the territory back off them, but I don't need to. So these Bellens did come to attack me, and now the Varg are kicking their ass. Wow, they were a challenge. What I am going to do is, since I'm free to roam around, I'm going to take this sea event site and see if there's any more. There's Archeon. Looks like he got a nice whooping. No, there's that down there. Well, there's one more down here. One there as well. Yeah, they're always worth collecting, and if you get a fight, then you get experience out of it, which is the one thing I'm looking for at the moment. But I need to get this to... that, which is taking a while. Because it's taking 7 turns to get to population surplus 4. And that needs to get to population surplus 5. It's got the big growth building. I probably should have put this one on as well. Don't give much more though, I suppose. Looks like my heroes have basically done their work by corrupting a lot of stuff belonging to old Castalton. This one's got the thing off cooldown. They both got the thing off cooldown. I need them to come and do that then. Because that'll help convert him even faster. Eltharion's making a move on him. He's making a move on them. I need to watch this next end turn really. Yeah, with your army I wouldn't attack her. You will get an ass whooping. Or him. I thought it might have been Catherine. There she is. And she's level bleeding 50, of course. Although she's had a lot of time to get to level 50, so no surprise there, really. If you guys are enjoying the campaign as well, give it a like. And if you're new around here, please drop me a sub. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so I can apply for the YouTube Partner Programme. And your support will determine whether I can continue on the full-time content creation journey after the end of the year or not. Obviously I'll still be doing 2 videos a day, that'll go on regardless, but I'll probably have to cut the streams down to 1 a week, as from 3 a week, but I will bring it back when I'm able to do content creation full time, but I can't do anything with it until I can obviously make enough money from it where I can treat it as a career, as a job. Which is the overall aim. Obviously, when I first started doing this, that wasn't the intention. It was just sharing some of my gameplay footage of certain games that I enjoyed playing, and people liked them and said I had really good reactions to the horror games and stuff, and enjoyed watching them, so I did more. And then I got into things when it came out, like Dead by Daylight. I was there day 1, and I became really good at playing Survivor as well. I prefer playing Survivor as well. It's just, it is more fun and funny. I don't like the solo experience of playing the killer. It's just dull. Don't matter what killer it is, they're all dull because they're all just single player. And I prefer to be the one who's... You're not this overpowered killer. You've got to, like... In the most survival horror games, you have no weapons. You've got to treat it like Outlast. Your options are run, hide, or die. It's basically the same Dead by Daylight. The only thing close to a weapon Dead by Daylight is a flashlight, and all that does really is blind the killer temporarily. So it means you might be able to then blind him and then hide somewhere. That's why I call it like an adult version of hide and seek. But because they've nerfed my favourite, probably my favourite perk actually, Iron Will, they've taken away the hiding option for when you're injured. You can still hide when you're uninjured, but when you're injured, they've taken away that option. But usually after you take a hit from a killer, usually when you'll get enough distance to then be able to hide. I don't know why the dev decided to nerf it. It's like killers have just got to use their fucking eyes more than their ears. And although, don't get me wrong, probably my most favourite game at the moment is Total War Warhammer. I think Dead by Daylight and games like that, so like the Death Ground that's coming out, where it's basically like survivors against dinosaurs, and then Level 0 where it's like some space engineers against 2 aliens. I think they work better as streaming games. They're not something I could really play in my own time, but as a streaming game where friends can jump in and out of matches, and the matches are quite brief and not too long, they're more exciting and stuff, I think that has a lot of replayability to it for a stream game. Because some games are really good for streaming, others are good for like solo playthroughs. Very few games are good at both. Very few. I mean, one that I would say is good, probably good at both, but I prefer it for the solo playthrough experience, is like your Call of Duty. Call of Duty's got certain good campaigns. I don't mind playing some of the old ones of those, but I don't play it anymore. I've not played it in years. But I wouldn't play it online. The online's repetitive, boring, and there's a lot of annoying things in it. But Call of Duty, you can't write it off. It is a success as a game. And that's why a lot of people do play it online. But I think that's because you have like, I think it's 5v5, whatever it is. That's where I think the variety's kept really good by Dead by Daylight, is because they've got a variety of different maps, which is a big strength. All the maps are procedurally generated, which is also a strength, because that means even if you play the same map 2 or 3 times, you might not have the same windows and palettes in the same locations, and not generated in the same locations, well, they'll be different locations. There might be like 1 or 2 set generators, but the bulk of them are moved around. And I think that adds a lot of flavour to it and keeps it from getting stale. Where COD, it's the same map, nothing changes when you go into the map, and then it's you with your team against the enemy team. And the other thing is as well, because there's that many killers in Dead by Daylight, you don't know which killer you're going to get. You might get a different killer on the same map 3 times in a row. I accidentally last night left on an offering for the Silent Hill map, and I played the same map 3 times, and I ended up getting Nemesis from Resident Evil as a killer. I got the Dredge as a killer, and I got one other. Forgot who the last one was, but I had the same map, 3 different killers, and obviously different generator layouts and palette and window layouts. So the things that can change did change, and it keeps it from getting stale and fresh. And I think those types of games that have that procedural generation element to them, that's a strength for those games massively, to keep it from being repetitive and getting boring. But see, games that have like a campaign like this, the playthrough on these is good. You've got the set location of your people, but you can do things a few different ways. Or if, say, you start one campaign and you go and decide to push north and attack north, the next campaign you can go south. You can do it different ways in that. You can also play my 100 turn head start campaigns where you're defensive for 100 turns and then go offensive. You can do it a variety of different ways. So this has got like oodles of replayability. which is why I've put over $5,000 into the game. Like, I knew for 100 turns I couldn't stay on Ulthuan, I'd have been dead long ago. So I chose a nearby coastal based settlement and went there. And then I had to go even further back once the 100 turns ended to avoid Costalton and the Kislevites. Because they were becoming a pain in the ass as well. Bretonians have all gone over here. What's going on? Oh, they're attacking Eltharion. See, this here that's happening now to Eltharion, this is what I call a win-win. Because if he wins, wipes others out, I win. It's Clash of Essos conquered because they're my bitch. If they wipe out Eltharion, sure, I'll lose money that he's given me as my vassal. That's the only loss I will take. But I've got 133,000 in the treasury. If they wipe him out, he's still wiped out permanently from this. So that'll still be a tick. Because I've got to wipe out these 3 factions. So for me, it's a win-win either way. Only thing I lose on it is some money. $6,000 more favour. Some more bonus experience from Ikari. That's what I'm talking about. We'll take that. Why is he reading me? You're a defensive ally, Kazrak, you dickhead. They get 15% physical when they're rank 7. That is nice. 5 more leadership, which puts me at 88, and 5 more melee defense. Oof. One more level, and that one's also immortal. So at least then I can't lose the heroes in the Gari's army. I don't understand why beastmen do this though. It's like this kid's defensive ally and they're raiding me for 710. Which is a lot to be raided for. Why? Why are you there doing that? And see, I can't attack him, because if I attack him, it fucks with my relations. So I've given him a war coordination target in the hopes that he'll do what I tell him. I don't even sat there reading me for 710 the entire game.
Divine immortality. And it shall be done.
One thing Eltharion's also doing is providing me with a decent distraction.
The Warden of Tor Ivres.
He's only got 6 settlements now though. Because it's drawn away all the Bretonian forces. Fucking hell, Bretonians have got a lot of armies.
My lady will not allow it. I don't care for this order.
Far beneath an archmage.
Shouldn't be too long before Tyrion or other ones ready to be converted, but Costaltin first. Oh no, you're not going to attack that, are you? Fuck. Just gave that as a target for fucking beastmen. They won't carry that target out now. I mean, you'd think Eltharion would have built some worthwhile armies.
Bring your secrets into my...
Karaz and Karak, how strong are they in this one? Strength rank 2. In this one, they're strong like they normally are.
Drink in my excellence.
I need this beastman to fuck off. We have no shared enemies. What does that mean? What? This dickhead at war, no one? There we go. Now he's at war with someone. Right, so I've got 6 allegiance points. I need 10 for him to issue an attack. Alright.
Dance on. Master. Go with this girl.
Let's go to Kislev, yeah. Two turns should be good. Supervisor. Alright, okay. No. Just go and do your job and get out my territory. Stop fucking raiding me. I think that's why he actually stood there and started raiding. He's trying to keep up his bestial rage, which makes sense. Because you can't do it in hidden encampment stance. And he had no one else he was at war with. Oh, sorry, he had no one at war with. He just had me as a defensive ally.
Artisan of pain.
But I think now he's gone into hidden encampment.
Contest. Every step agony.
Where is the other hero?
Master. The cult of plentiful excess. The devoted play themselves. The Dark Prince doesn't want you. I move in the next wave. Far beneath an archmage. Magic in purest form. Never.
Even Bretonius. Oh my god, Bretonius took Tor Reverse.
Is impossible.
Is Eltharion dead? Kelly didn't last long, did he?
Duty.
He's got no settlements. God. He lost all his settlements in one turn. All he's got left is that. Hang about. So in encampment stance, they can be immune to the global attrition for having no settlements. That's OP. I don't think players can do that. So let's try. Eltharion was one of the strongest factions in the game. I vassalized him, and about 3 or 4 turns later he's dead. Pretty much. So that's pretty much what I expect to happen to all of them. The Order Tide just jumps on them too heavily. Far too heavily. And this is why the Order Tide is a pain in the ass.
For souls.
Your breasts are dead. Ow. Harsh. But, on a plus note, it does take out your breasts. Your breasts are gone. So it's one of my 3 victory conditions there completed. I've got to get 35 on here, and I've got to make sure I control, in some way, the Shrine of Eltharion. Right, what I want to do now is, I'm going to go on to these. Should have enough points now, we do. Right. There we go. They have now been given a target, and they should eventually move towards it, hopefully.
The Tempter Lord.
Yeah, I'll teach the High Elves to come up here. Campir and Vorg just wiped them out.
It will be a pleasure.
Oh, we've got 50 growth actually from that. But on 1 turn remaining. Yeah, don't get a whole lot of growth here, do we? No.
You're safe up there. Affirmation.
Cultist of the perfect prince. Do I please you? The cult of unfettered pleasure. mission. Every step pleasure.
That one down there. That should help against him.
Slaneshi Herald.
And the God of Seduction here is showing there's more than one way to win a war. If you seduce your enemies, so they no longer have any resistance against you, and that's it. And as I said, I'd be swimming in cult supplies. I weren't fucking lying. So then basically every time that comes off cooldown, just do it. There's no reason not to, because you've got that many coming in. You're fine. And then you can convert some of the strongest factions in the game. Now they might get turned upon by other allies, which like Eltharion can result in his death, but you needed them factions dead. So it's going to work in your favour as well in the long run. Why wipe them out yourself? Your enemies can do it for you. The enemy of my friend is their enemy. Right. I will leave this part here today. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, leave a like. If you're new around here, please drop a sub. Help grow the channel. I'll get to that 1,000 sub mark. And I will catch you on the next video. Take care everyone and have a great day.